Good afternoon. So the topic of my presentation is Cambridge Learning Center, and particularly I'll be discussing the performance gap. Firstly, let me give you a piece of information about this learning center. According to Google search results, this learning center is in the list of the 10 top learning centers in our capital. The learning center is famous for the quality of teaching, its expedient amenities for students, is known for events organized for students, good marketing strategy, and convenient locations in different parts of the city. So it's not just one building. Cambridge Learning Complex is a chain of learning centers which started its activities in 2014. Over the years, the company has become the leader in the education market, and in 2018, a new direction was opened, Cambridge Kids, where kids can study English from the small years. On March 23rd, in 2019, the largest network of Cambridge training centers opened in the largest educational complex in English in Uzbekistan. In a large new branch, there is an amphitheater for movie club, event zone for conducting large-scale events, lounge zone for students where they can individually work with their teacher or prepare homework. In addition, each cabinet is equipped with built-in transformer, acoustics, and projectors. Cambridge is a network of advanced training centers where a whole team of professionals is working, which is ready to provide high-quality education using innovative methods with an individual approach. Jahangir Polatov is the head of the company. Moreover, he's a motivator and businessman, founder of the Cambridge Training Center. At the age of 20, an educational center opened which helped more than 40,000 people to learn English for 7 years, and it's still counting. Ambassador Mr. Jahangir Polatov also leads young entrepreneurs of Uzbekistan, one of the founders of the IT school Mars, one of the founders of the startup named Modmi, winner of the Medal of Kelajak Bunyodkori, which is awarded by the president of the Uzbekistan. The CEO of the center, Jahangir Polatov, constantly works on improving of the learning center, very accurately selects teaching staff, and gives training sessions. The teachers want to become friends with the students in order to interest them in English and get to know what they really want. Benefits Cambridge Learning Center offers. Results. First of all, at IELTS exam, students are gaining up to 8.5 points in a short time of study, ranging from 4 to 5 months period. Also, Cambridge Learning Center is the first training center whose students scored IELTS 8.5 in Uzbekistan by the records. Teachers with 3 to 15 years of experience in teaching and training students for particularly the IELTS exam. Teachers hold IELTS certificates from 7 to 8.5 scores. Academic support is also another advantage the center offers. The ability to take free extra lessons outside the class. Personal account on a special platform for parents and students where they can track their homework, ratings, and results. Besides that, the only strong system of learning in Uzbekistan and the UK training program is co-foundedly simultaneously offered by Cambridge Learning Center. IELTS Mock Club could be another benefit, which offers free IELTS trainings and IELTS mock exams every Sunday. Cambridge Learning Center also has volunteering experiences, which is the ability to become a volunteer in the Hope Charitable Foundation Cambridge Training Center founded. Another advantage is the enrollment. Students who speak English will receive the opportunity to enter the staff of Cambridge and study within 3 months to become a trainer themselves. Cambridge Learning Center's courses. First of all, Cambridge Learning Center offers general English courses from beginner to advanced levels. Cambridge Training Center provides general English courses, a wide range of English language of all levels. At each stage of training, students pass their material level. When learning on the course, general English teachers focus on the passage of grammar as well as in the parallel, develop reading, auditing, and speaking skills. Each level lasts 3 months, and for the passage to the next need to pass a strict order exam. IELTS full course, which is specially offered for candidates who want to achieve more than 7.5 in the period of 4 months. This course is designed for these kind of candidates and fully covers all aspects of the exam. To start a course, they need to have a minimum level of intermediate. Classes are held 3 times a week and 19 minutes a day. In training, IELTS textbooks and a variety of international communicative benefits are used. Another program the Cambridge Learning Center offers is the IELTS Rocket 2.0, which is specially offered for candidates who want to achieve more than 6.5 during 2 months period. This is very intensive course, optimal for candidates who want to sit an exam in the near future. Classes are held 6 times a week during the period of 90 minutes per day. The program covers the entire exam format. Much attention is paid to the strategy and development of equipment for all types of the tasking parts: reading, listening, speaking, and writing. Now there are 8 branches around the city, Tashkent. If you read posts on Instagram and Facebook network platforms, you'll be able to see that people frequently ask for opening new branches. Starting from 2014, more than 40,000 students have graduated the Cambridge Learning Centers. Cambridge's students won grants in the top universities in the world, awarded to the universities of Great Britain, the United States, and other advanced countries, and received points to 8.5 by IELTS. Most of their students are students of universities like Westminster, MDIST, and other foreign universities in the country. This is actually the main information about the center, and now I'd like to talk a little bit about gap model of service quality. Quality gap model, quality service model is developed in 1985 by American scientists Parazureman and Zetam and J1 Berry. The particular basis for building the model was an extensive study using a series of interviews in 12 focus groups among consumers and representatives of implementing organizations in various service industries, ranging from banking, securities trading, to auto repair. The main task was to determine how consumers evaluate the quality of the service, where the quality arises, and how the implementing organization can achieve it. As a result of the surveys, a model of quality gaps was developed. The model is based on the following assumptions. When assessing the quality of a service, one should adhere exclusively to the perspective of the consumer. The quality of the service is usually fixed when the expectations of the individual consumer are fulfilled. Consumers evaluate the quality of any service according to a similar set of criteria. Despite the fact the model itself considers the quality of the service from the perspective of the consumer, this model is not one-sided and offers a detailed study of both consumers and the manufacturer's perspectives. In the first case, the factoring influencing the formation of consumer expectations, as well as the criteria for assessing the quality of the service, are studied. In the second case, potential problem areas within the organization are considered, which can lead to quality deficiencies. So the quality of the service gap is the gap between the expectations of the consumer and his perception of the actual service. The appearance of a quality gap is due to shortcomings within the executing organization, a consequence of gaps that occur at different stages of the design and delivery of the service. There are 4 main problems areas for the contractor. Gap between consumer expectations and their perception by the management of the implementing organization. Second, gap between management's ideas about consumer expectations and the formation of the service specifications. Third, gap between the specification of the service and the actual performance of the service. Fourth and last, between the actual performance of the service and the external communication of the performer. Now, I will put an emphasis on the third gap. This gap may arise in situations existing to service personnel. It may occur due to improper training, incapability, or unwillingness to meet the set service standards. It can be due to inappropriate evaluation and compensation systems. Ineffective recruitment is the main cause of this gap. The failure to match the supply and demand can create this gap. There's also a lack of empowerment, perceived control, and framework. An example would be a restaurant having very specific standards of the food communicated, but the restaurant staff may not be given proper instruction as to how to follow these standards. This gap exposes the weakness in employee performance. Organizations within a delivery gap may specify the service required to support consumers, but have subsequently failed to train their employees, put good processes and guidelines in action. As a result, employees are ill-equipped to manage consumers' needs. Some of the problems experienced if there is a delivery gap are employees' lack of product knowledge and have difficulty in managing consumer questions and issues. Organizations have poor human resource policies and also lack of cohesive teams and inability to deliver. To close this gap, I would recommend to ask for more feedbacks, not only regarding teaching systems in the Cambridge Learning Center's case, tutors, but also about other staff members, to sharpen the recruitment process for administrators. I looked through some of reviews in Google regarding Cambridge Learning Center and came across some reviews stating that the students are satisfied with service provision from the side of the teachers, but are a little bit angry about administrative staff. Sometimes they do not give clear answers, get confused about the prices, forget to call and warn about the changes in schedules. On Facebook, there was even one post stating that the receptionist is a little bit rude. So, as I said, to ask for more feedbacks, not only regarding teaching systems, but tutors, but also about other staff members. To sharpen the recruitment process for administrators, to give some bonuses to increase their motivation for work, to make some surveys among all employees to measure performance gap and evaluate team working atmosphere. To ensure that teachers and administrators are in good relations and communicate frequently about student studies, schedules, teaching methods. Why? Because when someone calls, he or she might ask for professional questions. An administrator simply will not reply or will give a false answer. To give some time for leisure so that they can rest and come back to an office with a new strength is another recommendation I could give to the management of Cambridge Learning Center. Now I'd like to talk about Edwards Language School. Edwards Language School This school is located in London. If you go to visit the official website of this establishment, you'll be able to read reviews from current and graduate students. The school has different courses and flexible hours for study so that the students can choose their own timetable. After classes, there are various activities in which both students and tutors are engaged. Such approach allows students to get closer to teachers, to practice the English language, discuss learning outcomes, and be on one wave both with the teachers and the peers. Moreover, the school has good accommodation facilities. The system of education is designed with consideration of students' preferences. There are available online courses, so the students have options, either to study offline by attending to the campus or online. From the website, it is obvious that the company is really experienced in service quality provision. I couldn't find any facts related to gap emergence, but I think if they face some problems, they tackle the issue as soon as possible by collecting feedbacks and communicating both with students and staff members respectively. By sending certain email on the contact, they are showing immediate response to address the questions arise from the clients and tackle them immediately. Thank you for your attention.